Hello, Western New York, and, well, I'll be honest, it's been a bit of a long day, but it's been a productive day, I mean, like I mentioned in my previous video, I trimmed some of my black raspberries and blackberries so that to a more manageable length, and in fact this might be the right length in which they'll be able to be really productive and produce a lot of good berries next year. And who doesn't love having a bunch of good berries, I know I love having a bunch of good berries. Well, then again, I wonder if this... I mean, might have to do a little bit of checking. To see where some of this all sprung up from. I mean, probably some sections in and around. I want to break that off because it looks dead. Do a little bit of checking around on the other side. And even on this side, there's some I might want to, just clip off. But, well, let me see here. Well, let's take a look at the fruits of my labor, really. Got at least one bee or two buzzing around in here. Not quite sure where. Probably right behind me. I think one just buzzed. I mean, I got some... there's a lot of wildflowers here. I mean, there's... got these lovely things, which are quite nice and quite beautiful. And of course, you got the daisies, Very nice, very lovely. And of course, you got the goldenrod in here. Among other things. Some of which I mowed down. This is where I'm putting a lot of wood at. The big wood chunks, At the base of this is a pine tree that... well... I think we were planning on trying to cut it up, but we just never got around to it, or something, But basically, that's where I've been tossing all the wood, all the chunks of wood at, Because I'm going to see about turning this into a hugelkultur type thing, Throw in a bunch of logs, throw in some dirt and whatnot, and plant your plants, as it breaks down. And, I'll be honest, there is some junk around in here that I'm probably going to have to deal with. Number... Well, that ain't a tire. Well, yeah, that's a tire. Got a number of tires around and also barbed wire. Barbed wire. This was a pasture at one point in time, so that's not really a big surprise. But what I've been doing is, you know, slowly and steadily mowing down this stuff. Now, there are some things I'm probably going to leave, and that's for practical reasons, and like the fact that there is a bit of a dip here. And you know, there's a lot of sort of it becomes sort of swampy here, you know, and there's another nice looking flower right here. You know, and this sort of thing will be good for pollinators, you know. You know, and actually it's going to do, ideally it's going to do triple duty. Now something like that is going to do triple duty. One, this is going to be annoying. Hope I'm up to date on my tetanus shots. One section like that will enable me to well, like I mentioned, it'll attract pollinators, you know, butterflies, bees, that sort of stuff. Two, hopefully it'll act as a decoy for the predator bugs. You know, I mean, this sort of thing's more of their preferred food, as opposed to your crops, you know. So, this is going to be the big sacrificial lambs, as it were. You know? I mean, and of course, it's also going to act as a home for the predator bugs and whatnot, because they don't like living in a place that's nice and managed. No, they don't want to live there. They don't want to live there. They want something that's wild. You know, this is for your. I mean, this is a place for your, well, like, you know, your bumblebees, your honeybees, your hornets, your ladybugs. Not to mention your butterflies and whatnot, you know, that sort of stuff. They want to live in some place that's wild. So, basically, that's actually going to be a critical part to my garden. Especially as I continue to mow this down. You know, steadily and slowly. I mean, this is taking me a couple of hours, okay? I mean, yes, at 30-minute intervals, but it's actually doing, right now, it's actually doing pretty good. is pretty good. Because let's look at a couple of things. One, the grass is now on the ground. This now will have a chance to grow. And basically, as I mow this down, pretty soon only the grass is going to be able to grow. And that is much easier to deal with than goldenrod. You know, when it comes to mowing it down. I mean, right now, I suppose I could do a little bit of gardening. That is, if I had things to garden with. And you're asking me, what could I grow right now? Pretty much nothing. I've been going to my local garden shops. And well, suffice it to say, okay, that's where another small log is. I could probably just deal with that. And basically, all the vegetables are sold out. Or most of them, you know. Tomatoes are gone. Squash, gone. Eggplants, gone. I mean, there are a few places that currently have some, like, herbs. And there's some places that got like a small stock that if I wanted to, I could buy. But at this point in time, I don't see it being worth my while to purchase anything. I mean, that being said, there are some flower bulbs I'm looking at, you know, tulips, daffodils, and that sort of stuff. Crocuses. And I could buy those, and I could plant them, and they would come up next year, and that would be good. And maybe I will go and buy some of those this season. So that way I got something to look at as I do some gardening next year. Although I will be honest, at this moment this soil does not look all that great. I mean, yes, it just rained, but but on the other hand, I mean, it does support life. I mean, it supported all this goldenrod for one thing, and there's still all these other weeds that I'm going to have to keep on cutting down. I mean, we got a number of grasses in here. You got these things. There's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, there's good, decent diversity in here. I mean, as I look through here, and as I'll be working at mowing down, I mean, there might be a few things I'll leave, but for the most part, I'm going to see about mowing as much of this as I possibly can. I mean, like I said, there's a number of nice looking flowers in here. I'll be honest, it'll be a slight shame to cut down some of them. But then again, I mean, this is just, mow this down, mulch it up, and the important thing is I'm going to have to keep mowing this as I continue, and those trees will be a little bit tricky. I might not bother too much under those. But, you know, I'm gonna try to mow down as much of this as I possibly can and keep on mowing. And I've done some looking and probably gonna run into a few trouble spots. But hopefully the trouble spots will not be too much of a trouble. I mean, here's something you might want to look at. Is this. This stuff's going to break down over the winter. Well, it's not, well, maybe not necessarily over the winter, but so I get this down good. You know, I get it mowed down, I get it ground up, I get it, you know, it's going to, you know, the worms down underneath here, they're going to be going, "Say, what's this?" Ugh. I have no idea what in the world that is. Other than it's a piece of metal. And it's also in the way of my lawnmower. Now, one thing I am going to have to do is set up some sort of junk pile or something. Okay, I already have the makings of one that's been there for a number of years. You know, as of course I got all these logs and whatnot. Well, those logs will actually be kind of useful as they too break down and you know, add to the organic material. Basically, tomorrow I'm gonna start up, continue mowing again. And we'll see just about how much further we get. I mean, it would be real nice I could clear my way to at least this fence, you know, because that would be a good goal. Got some birds flying overhead. Yeah, that would be nice to get to. Then I could keep on spreading. You know, I mean, might even get to use my grass whip to knock down some of this stuff. Or maybe I'll just use my corn sickle to hack down some of this stuff. It might be a little bit more feasible. I don't know about the wild rose. I think I might end up just mowing them down too. Bit of a shame, but they're gonna have to go. I mean, I might keep them, but I'm gonna have to tame them. You know, remove the dead stuff and that sort of thing. Now that one, if I get this all nice and mowed, that won't be too difficult. Sometimes tall grass can trick you. And at the moment I got a question I'd like to answer for myself. Yeah, might be able to get through all those gonna. Yeah, definitely gonna have to be using my sickle, that's for sure. Quite a bit. So I cut down some of the stuff to mow it. But whew. Well, like I said, I mean, I want to, excuse me, I'm going to have to see if I can go all the way around this, because there is a fallen tree that might give me an issue or two when it comes to the mowing on that side of the fence. But, you know, of course, that's the whole thing, you know. Come up with a plan of attack. And, And if that plan fails, come up with a new one. Well, the more I look at this, I can see why my uncle was unable to just take care of it, mow this down. I mean, like I said, first up, this is 6 feet tall. This stuff's 6 feet tall. I got this fence here. That messes with things. And then the fact that it gets narrow and whatnot in certain areas. Whew. On the other hand, to get this done right, to get this thing done, I'm looking at a nice stretch of land that I'll be able to cultivate. I'll be able to use. I mean, I'm looking to grow a number of fruit trees. You know, apples come to mind, pears come to mind, plums come to mind. Bug try to fly in my ear. That's annoying. Like I said, I mean, my plan of attack at this moment in time is fairly simple, really. And it goes like this. Go forward. You know, cut this up. And then walk backwards. Again, cutting more of this stuff up as I walk back. And the idea is all this stuff is going to shoot out here. All the mulch is going to shoot out here. And now, I will grant, it's not perfect. I mean, there's still some that are just hanging on. There's some good-sized pieces that, you know, that broke off, got chucked. But I should be able to get to those, deal with those in future moments. See about grinding them up even smaller. You know, I mean, this is just the first pass. You know, this is just to knock them down and set them up so that way they stay down. Who's with me? Are you with me? As we attack this field of weeds. Charge! Okay. Charge! Retreat! 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 I'm too formidable! Too formidable! Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, there's some trees in here. That tells me good news that, yes, I can grow trees in here! And, well, basically, like I said, the idea is very simple. Just slowly and steadily mow this down. And, with any amount of luck, I mean, this might take me a little while. I mean, you know, work on it some more. Like I said, I plan to work on it some more tomorrow. Plan to work on it some more Monday. Because, hey, it's Labor Day. So, got the day off from work. Yeah! You know, hopefully I'll get into the fence, you know. Yeah. Although I might end up just mowing the stuff that's on the outside of the fence, and then work on the stuff that's inside the fence next week. Or something along them lines. Although, truth be told, I'm not sure which is going to be more difficult, the stuff that's outside or the stuff that's inside. Well, guess that's it for today. I mean, well, anyways, well, basically, what can I do? I mean, right now, I could probably buy some flower bulbs, you know, put them in the ground, and then next year I'll have something nice to look at as I plant my vegetables and whatnot. And then, well, there's probably other things I could probably grow. Well, the idea is, you know, get this stuff mowed down, and you know, try to work on it over the week, over the next couple of days, and if I can't get it all mowed down this week, work on it some more next week. And just keep on working at it. I mean, I am going to leave some of the weeds standing. I mean, can't cut them all down. I mean, there's, you know, leave some along the edges, you know. You know, past, you know, like on the other side of these trees, you know, choke cherry trees and whatnot. But hopefully, you know, I'll be able to, you know, hopefully I'll have enough that, not to be able to mow down enough land that I'll have, I mean, right now, with this, I could have a nice garden. I know I'm a little bit more ambitious than this, you know, but this is a good start. I mean, let's look at it. I mean, I got this thing started. The Hugo culture. You know, at the moment it's just a mound of rotting logs and whatnot, but that's what a hugelkultur is, you know. It's just a mound of wood, and then you throw on compost and whatnot. And then dirt, and you can mosquito. And you can grow some stuff on this as it decomposes right on down. I know, so I might have a little chat with one of my neighbors, see about getting them to run over this stuff and bring it on down. You know, break it down, you know, a little bit further. That way I could, but then again, maybe not, because I mean, I am planning on turning this into a garden. But, you know, this is going to be nice. You know, once I get it all going, I mean, it's going to take me a little while. I mean, as the saying goes, Rome was not built in a day. And this is going to take me, and this is going to be a project that's going to take me a while. You know, I mean, I am thinking of leaving the trees in. I mean, the way I see it, I might have a couple of minor issues involving deer and the like. But hopefully that'll be less of a nuisance come deer season. And once I get, and this is, there's a couple, there's a bird over here. Just took off. Well, basically took off, but it's like, you know, over in these weeds, you know. I kind of hope that as I go, I don't run over any bird nests. That'd be a bit of a disaster. I mean, there's some birds that like this sort of stuff, you know. Although, mosquitoes. Once I get things set up just right, though, I won't have any problems attracting birds. I mean, I got some good shade trees that they can nest in, and I think it's a chickadee or something. I'm not sure. Or a sparrow, or I don't know. But basically, when I get things all set up, I mean, I plan on having some fruit trees in here. You know, like I said, apples, peaches. I mean, not peaches. I mean, unless they're adapted to this area, you know. Pears, yeah. I mean, I don't really like pears, really, but, you know, I never know that you might want something different from an apple. And, plums. You know? About the only thing that might be a concern is the fact that this is close to the creek, and that does occasionally flood. But other than some fruit trees, and maybe even some berry bushes, and whatever other perennials I put in here. I mean, most everything else I'm going to put in here is going to be more of an annual. You know, I mean, tomatoes, peppers, tomatoes, I mean, potatoes, lettuce, cabbage, the various brassicas, squash, cucumbers, pumpkins. Gonna see about putting it all in. Gonna try to put in everything I can. Even things that I am not necessarily a fan of, but you know, sometimes they have their uses in other ways, like diverting pests or attracting the good guys. You know, and also flowers. I'm gonna put those in. Herbs, I'm going to put those in, you know, I'm going to put in everything, okay? Whew. So that's how far we've gotten to thus far. Now I'm going to leave this area in here. I'm going to leave that in here. And, you know, I'm going to leave the wet area in. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to bother trying to mow that down. Kind of a pain to do so. But also, you know, because, like I said, there's water, you know, there's like it's not exactly it's not a creek, it's not a stream. I think it might be a bit of a spring or something like that. I'm not 100% certain. But, you know, it's kind of wet, kind of marshy, you know. I mean, you don't exactly want to walk in it too much, but then again, it'd be a perfect place for you know, you got a number of nice looking wildflowers, you know, perfect for, basically this is going to be their home. This is going to be the home for the pollinators and the predatory insects, well, the beneficial insects anyways. And it's also going to be the home for the more malevolent insects as well. They, you know, they want, I mean, this is going to be their place. They can stay here, you know, but hopefully, you know, they won't want to stay in my garden, you know. You know, they won't want to stay in there because it just won't feel right to them. It's amazing watching all this at work. I mean, some of this stuff is not, I mean, some of this isn't the way I want it, but hey, it works. You know, as I look. Go! Oh, got me! Okay. That's official. I gotta stay away from that tree for the moment. Okay. Okay. I just got stung. I wasn't even doing anything to them. Okay. Like I said, now I'm gonna be okay. I am not allergic to bees, although that is painful. Okay, Andrew, stay calm. The only thing was that, I'll be honest, it's been a little while since I got stung. Yeah, it's been a while. Well, I think I got most of this done. I am going to see about ending this now, because, you know, I mean, kind of difficult for me to film this with one hand at the moment. And they're starting to swell up a bit. Now I'm not gonna get the raid or anything like that, because I mean, I was trespassing a little close to them, you know, that sort of stuff. So I ain't gonna complain too much. Roses are doing good. Everything else is doing good over in here. Might have to trim this rose here. Coneflowers look good. Everything looks good so far. I'm probably gonna have to double check these tomatoes, because, you know, see if there's anything in here. Take a look at the squash in the morning. Gladiolus look okay. And these roses look good too. So does most everything else. In fact, let's go take a quick... In fact, I think the elderberries are doing good too. So let's not go sticking my hands back into the hornet's nest. Okay, that's starting to... That's starting to raise a little. I'm going to see about ending this now. This is Western New York. Please subscribe if you like this. Click the like button, post comments, and all that sort of stuff. Okay? Goodbye.